Okay, so it's just after 2 o'clock now, so I will make a start because I know that people are busy. Just some brief introductions. My name's Christian Bone and I'm Chief Exec at Care Development East, and we're running the Kickstart a Career and Care programme on behalf of Suffolk County Council, who are supplying the funding for the programme. I'm joined today by Kelly Wharton. Kelly's our marketing and events coordinator, so she's responsible for the promotion and awareness raising regarding the programme. Basically, as I say, hopefully most of you will have looked at the information about the Kickstart programme. It's money that's available for people who are brand new to the care sector. It's a £750 bonus that's payable after they have spent 12 weeks in post. And as I say, the key criteria is they must not have worked in a health and social care role beforehand, and they must actually be with you, as I say, in a post for a period of 12 weeks. Now, that may vary if they were to go on holiday, for example, or not holiday, if they were on sick leave or something, and there may be some extension, but I can talk about that as we go along. So basically, I should have allowed everybody to speak. Let's just check down the list here. Yep, that's fine. So who would like to start with the first question? Kimmy.
Hiya. So when we
Sarah, Kimmy first. Hi there.
Hiya. So I've got a new starter who qualifies for the payment. What do I do once she starts? Is there a form I fill in, or is there a way of contacting you guys or contacting them to know that they've started? Is there a way around doing that?
Okay, I missed the first part of your question, I'm afraid, because I didn't have my speaker switched on. So, but I think you're asking about how you get somebody onto the program. Yeah. So Kelly's just put in the chat the link to the actual application form. So when you complete that form, you put in the start date for the individual, and that effectively is the flag for us, so that we know when 12 weeks will have elapsed. And then once 12 weeks is up, we'll contact you directly, possibly by email or phone, and we'll say, is that individual still in the job that you employed them to do? And if they are, then we will talk to you about arrangements for paying the £750.
Brilliant, thank you.
It's all right. Sarah and Anne, I don't know which of you it is. I think you are next.
Hiya, yeah, sorry, it's Anne-Marie and Sarah. Yeah, we're both together.
All right, hi.
Hiya. So we have already filled out an application form for somebody and subscribed, because that was what the thing said to do at the bottom.
Yeah.
Now, I've got an email back to say that we've had that application for the first one. When I've come to do the second one, I haven't had the same email confirmation, and obviously I've subscribed again. Is that all we get, or is there any other correspondence beyond that?
Okay, the best thing to do with that is, we have had this question raised. It's the system that we're actually using to capture the applications. So it looks like you're subscribing twice, but the best thing to do is, if Kelly could put her email address in the chat, if you let her know the names of the individuals who you've got signed up or who you think you've got signed up, we'll then check that they're both on board.
Brilliant, thank you.
It's all right.
And then, is there any other information that you need? I know that you obviously said that you would be contacting us directly and ask if they're still employed after 12 weeks.
Yeah.
But what are you just taking our word for that? Do we need to provide any evidence?
Yeah, we will probably ask you for some basic employment evidence. Now, that could be a copy of a pay slip. It could be something else that confirms the job that they're actually doing. And ultimately as well, I mean, the onus is on yourselves as providers to provide some accurate information about what this person is doing. But we will also be contacting participants directly to say, did you get that bonus money from your employer? I think the thing with the programme, and we said this to the county council, is we didn't want to make it too onerous because people wouldn't take part. But equally, there is rigor, because we're going to ring you up and then say, you know, what's this person doing? potentially we could speak to them. That's how it's going to work.
Brilliant, thank you.
That's all right.
And are you planning any promotional activities locally?
Okay, so I mean, we've got our registered managers group. The next one's on the 27th of July, and we will be talking about the scheme there. But we've been doing these sessions as well. So we had a good sort of attendance this morning. But Kelly's in charge of promotion. We're doing an awful lot of marketing at the moment to make it as easy as possible for people to sign up. But we'll be talking about it, no doubt, at the next registered managers meeting. And you don't have to be a registered manager to come along to that. So that's all on our Eventbrite page if you look at that.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't think we had any other questions. Thank you.
No problem. Michelle, I think you've got a question.
Hi there. Yes. We have some international hires, local hires, actually students who have switched to the care visa. We have a sponsor license.
Yeah.
Would they? I asked earlier whether they qualify, and somebody said yes. Is that the position?
Yeah, somebody asked exactly that question this morning. So for those who are joining you on a sponsor's license, as long as they haven't worked in a social care role beforehand, then they are eligible to participate. I mean, I was saying to the people on the session this morning, the main aim of this program is to fill the gap that exists within social care, because we all know recruitment is dire at the moment. So if we can get some new people into the sector, and they stick with us for 12 weeks, and some of them, will think this is a great experience and they'll stay, then that's fine. So yes, those international students, for example, who would come in, that's fine. They can participate in the program.
Thank you.
Anybody else got any questions who's joined us more recently? Let's say everything's being recorded, so we've got a log, and then what we're going to do is capture some of the more common questions on the on our website. Some of the things that were asked this morning, just in case you wondered, was how long's the program going to last? We've got enough money to fund 380 participants, and so we've got plenty of money available at the moment. And the local authority, I mean, you can't sort of it's one of these things that sort of we as an organisation are quite good at seeing if there's additional funding. They've said if the programme goes well, then additional monies could potentially be released to do sort of further work. But don't worry about the numbers. If you've got, say, a few staff that you want to take on as new recruits, the money will be there to support that. I'm trying to think of anything else as well that was raised this morning. Oh yes, one question was around, well, what if you've got somebody and they test positive for COVID? So, they're out of the workplace for a period of time. Can you extend the 12-week period? And the answer to that is yes, you can. We won't pay you the money until you're satisfied and the person has sort of, been with you for a decent period of time. But at least as providers, it gives you flexibility there if you're either not sure of the individual or, as I say, inevitably people are testing positive for COVID at the moment. Any other questions? Kimmy and Michelle, you've still got your hands up. I don't know if that's new hands or old hands.
It's new hands, Christian. Sorry.
That's all right.
Very old hands.
Was it my reading that if someone hadn't been in care for 2 years, they can apply? They still would apply for the 7?
Yeah, that's correct. So we will get, you might get returners to work who've been out of the workplace for some time, but may have in their sort of career past have done something in a social care setting, and that's okay. That's fine. What we don't want to see is people who've just come from a care provider recently and then are kind of moving in and they get the bonus. That wouldn't really sit well with the spirit of the program.
No, it's just that can we do it? So I'm just thinking, I've had 2 new people start last month, who have come back into care after some time. So can I post date that, or are we just doing it going forward? But still be within the 12 weeks.
Okay. So when you say they've just joined, when did they actually start?
The 6th and 11th of June.
Okay. Well, luckily for you, the start date for the program, it's the 6th of June. So any new starts after the 6th of June are okay to participate in the program.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. I'll have a look at that.
All right.
Thank you.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think that this is a message for everybody. I mean, if you put the applications in, we'll look at every one. And if we see there's something which we think, oh, we just need to check that, then we'll give you a call, basically.
Fabulous. Thank you.
That's all right. Anyone else? I hope I've covered a few of the questions that have been sort of in your minds. The main thing I'd say is get the applications in, and then we can have a look at them and talk to you on a sort of one-to-one basis as we go along. So unless anybody has any burning questions or anything, I'd just like to thank you for coming along this afternoon. If you think of something after the session, just email us. Kelly's got her email address on there, and we'll pick that up with you afterwards. So thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.